Georgia celebrates winning back-to-back college football national titles. Georgia Bulldogs football players hold up signs declaring themselves the 2023 national champions. An old-fashioned Georgia Bulldogs beatdown resulted in the most points ever scored in a national championship game, as quarterback Stetson Bennett was responsible for 6 touchdowns in the 65-7 win over the TCU Horned Frogs. The win kept the national title in Athens, as the Bulldogs have won back-to-back championships. But this one was never a doubt compared to this bout with Alabama last year. Georgia head coach Kirby Smart called a timeout with 13:25 left in the fourth quarter, with his Bulldogs up 52-7, to allow Bennett a curtain call as he was done for the night. Smiling, Bennett hugged Smart and many of his teammates, as he balled out in his final collegiate game and realized he was a 2-time national champion. Click here for more sports coverage on foxnews.com. Stetson Bennett, number 13 of the Georgia Bulldogs, runs for a touchdown against the TCU Horned Frogs in the first half of the College Football Playoff National Championship held at SoFi Stadium on January 9, 2023 in Inglewood, California. Stetson Bennett, number 13 of the Georgia Bulldogs, runs for a touchdown against the TCU Horned Frogs in the first half of the College Football Playoff National Championship held at SoFi Stadium on January 9, 2023 in Inglewood, California. Jamie Schwaberow/Getty Images. Bennett finished the game 18 of 25 through the air for 304 yards and 4 passing touchdowns, while rushing 2 touchdowns as well in the blowout win. The first half was an absolute nightmare for TCU, as Georgia scored on every single possession they had, with Bennett immediately getting off to a hot start. After the defense forced a 3-and-out on the Horned Frogs to start the game, the Bulldogs needed just 5 plays to go 57 yards and collect a 21-yard touchdown run to get on the board fast. Georgia's Adonai Mitchell makes incredible one-handed catch to cap 38-point first half vs TCU. Then, the defense stepped up once again, forcing a fumble on TCU's Darius Davis, which Javon Bullard recovered at the Horned Frogs' 33-yard line. Jack Podlesny ended up kicking a 24-yard field goal after TCU got a much-needed third down stop. Max Duggan, a Heisman Trophy finalist like his counterpart in Bennett, found some offensive rhythm on the next drive, airing one out to Davis for 60 yards to set up in Georgia territory. Duggan ended up going untouched for a 2-yard touchdown to get some momentum back. Ladd McConkey, number 84 of the Georgia Bulldogs, celebrates after scoring a touchdown during the third quarter against the TCU Horned Frogs in the College Football Playoff National Championship game at SoFi Stadium on January 9, 2023 in Inglewood, California. Ladd McConkey, number 84 of the Georgia Bulldogs, celebrates after scoring a touchdown during the third quarter against the TCU Horned Frogs in the College Football Playoff National Championship game at SoFi Stadium on January 9, 2023 in Inglewood, California. Ezra Shaw/Getty Images. Not batting an eyelash, Georgia didn't let that last for long. Bennett needed 4 plays this time, finding speedy receiver Ladd McConkey for a 37-yard touchdown on busted coverage to go back up 10. From there, the Bulldogs truly ran away with this game. They would score 3 more touchdowns before the half ended, while Duggan threw 2 interceptions to set them up for points off turnovers. Kirby Smart stresses importance of educating Georgia on Damar Hamlin's injury before national championship. Bennett scored his second rushing touchdown of the game from there, while also passing to Adonai Mitchell and handing it off to Kendall Milton for a 1-yard score. The game was essentially over at halftime with a 38-7 score, but hey, it's not over until the final whistle. TCU finally got Georgia to punt the ball on the first drive of the second half, but it was the only drive points weren't put on the board. Bennett found his tight end Brock Bowers for 22 yards to make it 45-7, followed by McConkey's second touchdown grab of the night for 14 yards. After Bennett left the game, Carson Beck, who is expected to be Georgia's starter next season, took over at quarterback. He picked up where his teammate left off, going 9 plays for a touchdown score. Branson Robinson, another key player for next season, on a 1-yard run which broke the record for most points scored. Robinson would score again after the Georgia defense created another turnover on downs, needing just one play to go 19 yards. Stetson Bennett, number 13 of the Georgia Bulldogs, celebrates a touchdown against the TCU Horned Frogs in the first half of the College Football Playoff National Championship held at SoFi Stadium on January 9, 2023 in Inglewood, California. Stetson Bennett, number 13 of the Georgia Bulldogs, celebrates a touchdown against the TCU Horned Frogs in the first half of the College Football Playoff National Championship held at SoFi Stadium on January 9, 2023 in Inglewood, California. Jamie Schwaberow/Getty Images. Other than Bennett, Bowers had a fantastic night with 152 yards on 7 catches, while McConkey finished with 88 yards on 5 receptions. The Bulldogs had 590 total yards of offense.